So I've been really enjoying my new e-spinner, and I'm gonna put some more footage of me spinning another braid. I finished the sample fiber the other day, and so I'm gonna put a little sample of me spinning this other braid. And honestly, I don't know for sure. Like, I've heard of people talking about different ways of drafting, long draw, short draw. I don't know, woolen worsted spun. I don't really know if I'm even doing this correctly, but it's spinning into yarn, so, and it's seems to be staying together. So I'm thinking it's good enough for now. But I will try to get some decent footage of me spinning, and it's super early in the morning, but I want to do that for a little bit before I wake up. What I've done here is fluffed it out some. So usually I split the braid into little bitty pieces, but for this one I had prepped the fiber a long time ago to use with the drop spindle, and what I'm trying to do is a fractal spin. And so this is the half that I was going to like spin as a I don't know, together. But anyway, this is the first time I've tried doing this because I can't really do this with a drop spindle, but what they call spinning across the top. So instead of splitting it into vertical bits, I'm just kind of like fluffing it out so it'll be easier to draft. And then I'm just going to start on one side and go back and forth. It worked out last night, so we're going to hope it works out today as well.
This is the opening of day 13, and it is another flag.
Oopsie.
Sorry, Ronnie.
What color is this one? No, look on the bag. Look in the
Blue and gray.
blue and gold. It's Ravenclaw. Woohoo!
No, it's blue and gray.
Oh, they used the movie color. Okay, never mind. It's still Ravenclaw.
And yes, it is kind of stinky because
Honey,
I just have to do it.
it's on video. Would you quit? Okay, so I keep forgetting to talk about this yarn. I met Brenda and Heather back in April at Greencastle at the fiber event. That's Greencastle, Indiana. And so they do self-strapping and gradient yarns. And what's interesting and unique about their self-strapping is that most of the colors, these straps are like different widths or whatever. So like they might have like 6 rows of one color and 2 rows of the next color and so on and so forth. But anyway, so their strapping is really pretty, but they have a whole bunch of gradients, and they're really neat. And this one obviously is the rainbow. It's their new rainbow one, which they put a little bit more blue in this one, where you can see a lot of yellow in here, but if you compare it to their other rainbow, it's the yellow is a bit less strong. So if you look at the back of their card, right here, they have a little diagram, and they on all theirs have some sort of little diagram of what the color would look like. And well, I don't know for sure if their self-strapping has it, but anyways, all their gradients have the little diagram, and like some of the gradients have like a bar thing, and it shows. But these ones they call the the shawl ball, and they have little triangular shawl on the back. So what they've done is figured out how much yarn to make like these bottom straps. So like obviously, you know, the rows are going to be shorter at the top, because this is a triangle shawl where, you know, you start like little bitty and then increase out until you get like a whole bunch of stitches. So the sections at the top are going to be smaller, so therefore it doesn't need quite as much yardage for like the red and the yellow and stuff. So as you increase the stitches towards the end, you're going to have obviously more stitches, more yardage taken up on each row. So they have developed these to where they call them incremental gradients, where there's more yardage in these bottom colors versus in the top. So therefore these sections will be more even. So like whenever you knit it up, I'm not explaining this very well, but when you knit it up, it's gonna look like they're gonna be about the same width. So if you didn't do it where it was an incremental gradient, your outer colors would have like, you know, one row or something. And this way, there's an equal amount of all the colors. So it's just really cool how they figured that out. And so this is Rainbow Connection. I'm gonna skein it up pretty soon, or cake it up, pretty soon, and that way it'll be ready to go. And this, spread it out, you can see all the colors, but this is 100% superwash merino floofy base, and so the shawl balls are 170 grams, 840 yards, so you can get you know, decent sized shawl out of that. However, I'm not going to make a shawl with it. Hold on a minute and I'll flip the camera around. I'm not going to make a shawl. What I'm going to do is use this in a sweater. I've been wanting to make the Rainbow in the Storm sweater literally since the pattern came out. But there's probably kits back whenever the sweater first came out, but I missed them somehow. And so it's been hard for me to find like a rainbow gradient set that has the correct amount of yardage. Like most mini skein sets come with like 5 mini skeins, which makes sense because 5 mini skeins add up. 5 20-gram minis add up to a full fingering weight skein of yarn. But I need more yardage than 5 20-gram minis, which would probably be 400 and something yards, depending on, you know, well, my fingering weight yarn is 435 yards, so I need more than that. What I could do is dye up my own rainbow set of minis. However, I don't like dyeing just one skein of yarn, so therefore I really am not going to like dyeing 7 individual mini skeins. I don't know, it just seems like a daunting task. I don't want to purchase 7 different skeins of yarn, or dye up 7 whole skeins of yarn just for that'd be just too much waste. So what I decided was to try this, and since it does start, you know, the blues and the purples are going to have more yardage than the reds and yellows. So the sweater's bottom up, so therefore I'm going to start with the red, and because red's my least favorite and yellow and orange are my least favorite colors. So they're going to be on the bottom because I don't want them next to my face anyway. And which, yes, that is opposite than what the pattern shows red at the top, but my rainbow is going to be opposite because, like I said, I don't want red next to my face. So what I'm going to do is start with the red at the bottom, and then I really am completely fine with the blue and purple stripes being thicker than the red stripes and the orange and yellow. Because, like I said, red's my least favorite color to wear anyway. Red and yellow and orange are the colors I don't like to wear because they're bright. And if you all been following my Instagram for very long, you probably can tell that I like dark colors. But I really like rainbows too. So the thing with this one is you hold this double with a neutral. I'm going to use, shocker, a dark gray. And so I'm going to hold it double with one of my dark gray colors, and I'm going to start with the red at the bottom of the sweater. Then whenever I split for the sleeves, I'll do the front first, so that way the gradient flows like it's supposed to on the front. Then I'll do the back. It is not going to be a perfect gradient on the back, but that's okay. I won't know it unless I look in a mirror, and I'm not going to be looking in a mirror while I'm just to see the back of my sweater. So the only people it might bother is whoever's behind me, and they can just look somewhere else. I don't mean to sound rude, but it's the truth. So this is going to be my Rainbow in the Storm sweater, and you have no idea how excited I am to get started on that sweater because I've just wanted to make it for so long. It came out, I'm pretty sure, over a year ago, and if you haven't saw it, go look it up on Ravelry. The pattern pictures are just so compelling, and the way the rainbow is mixed with the neutral color yarn and you hold it together and it like makes a marled, you know, effect. It's just really neat. And then the sleeves are the pattern picture sample uses I think hedgehog fibers, and it's really, really beautiful. It's really beautiful, and it uses hedgehog fibers, rainbow minis or something like that, and dark gray. So then the arms are dark gray, and then you've got the rainbow colors mixed with the dark gray for the body, so it makes like, you know, a dark rainbow, which I'm all about the dark rainbows. No bright and shiny rainbows here, I guess. My thing is more dark and mysterious than bright, sunshiny unicorns and stuff. But that's just me. So this is what I'm going to do. And I think I'll skein it or cake it up tomorrow because it's 8 o'clock now. So probably won't.